Good morning, Receptive Radio, or good afternoon. Thursday, March 28th. Where did the month go? Like, where did the time go? And I'm talking about leaks today, and these aren't your water leaks, but they're very similar in how they can cause a disaster like a flood. And this is money leaks, time leaks, and energy leaks. And when you're an entrepreneur, conscious entrepreneur, you want to be also paying attention to these areas so you can spot leaks, you can stop them fast. And when we're growing a business, starting a business, and we're doing all of it ourselves, or we have many employees as well, leaks can happen. And I want to teach about this today, about paying attention to them, because it's super important, and especially your money leaks. You do not want to have money leaks. You're running your own business so that you can be profitable, not be wasteful. And you're doing it so that you can create financial freedom, doing what you love, creating prosperity, doing what you love. And you want your time, your energy, and your money to be all working together to support you in your growth. So the reason I'm talking about this is because I cannot stand water leaks. And if I notice running water in my house, the toilet's leaking or running, or the tap is dripping, it irritates me. Like, I'm right away, where is that happening? I got to stop it, because I also want to, I take it as a sign sometimes too, is like, oh, where is there another leak? And then just today or yesterday, I was looking in my bank account and I noticed a transaction and it said traveler's insurance, $178. And I didn't buy any traveler's insurance. I have traveler's insurance automatically in my health benefit plan. And I started investigating. So all this time started getting sucked up by this, and it's still in process. And somebody has, done a fraud, created a pre-authorized payment plan without my permission, and has withdrawn money from my account. So this is a new scam, I guess. But these are the ways that leaks show up. And we might not spot them, especially if we're money avoiders. Like, we don't want to look in our bank account, maybe because it doesn't have as much money as we want, as we would like, or we don't want to see all the expenses coming out. Any number of reasons we might have a money leak. And I want to stop them, and I want to pay more attention to my money, because I want to generate positive cash flow. And I want my clients to do that. I want everyone to do that. If we're automatically avoiding something, we're showing the universe that we're not willing to respect, pay attention, or receive the money. Like, we're okay with the money being stolen from us. We're okay with not paying attention to the money that's coming in the bank. And there's ways to easily stop these leaks. Another leak, time leaks. So they're all connected. So like this money leak that started in my bank account is now going to take my time away from my business. And I'm going to have to deal with it and run around to the bank. They've already sent me on a wild goose chase to figure it out for myself instead of doing it for me. The bank is not taking responsibility for it. So there, I'm going to be wasting time and effort when I really want to be putting it towards marketing, sales, client fulfillment, just like you do. So there's the example. And then energy leaks. Wasting my time, getting frustrated and irritated with the bank issue is an energy leak. It's sucking my energy. It's wasting, my life force. And if I get really irritated about it and I waste, aggression and bitching and complaining energy around it, all of a sudden I'm leaking energy. And so then I'm just like a walking leak and susceptible to more leaks. So that sucks. So put a comment in the chat if you want to stop money leaks, energy leaks, and time leaks, so that you can reverse the flow and start receiving it. Tell me a hell yes. And there's many reasons why we might not want to look at our bank, or we might not want to look at why we're low in energy, or why we're distracting ourselves with things that aren't necessarily serving our business or our life purpose. And that's okay. And the first step is to just start noticing. Notice that you actually don't want to do it. You don't want to look at your bank account. And then you kind of like investigate, well, why am I not wanting to look at it? Maybe you've had a bad experience with a fraud or something like that, or you know there's not very much money in your account, so you just, why bother looking? Or you just expect it to be there and you're not like, you don't really care. And then your time, when we're entrepreneurs, we are the boss, right? So there's nobody bossing us around, and we can get this attitude of like, well, it's my business, I can do what I want. But really, you have the business to serve your clients, so it's the client's business that you're running it for, and you need to show up and be professional and timely and committed to putting time into your business. And you might have to pull on skills and pretend that you have a boss to really harness all of your power and time to focus and be clear. We can make excuses and all of that, but I find it, I have really good prioritizing and time skills, time management skills when I was working and bossing and delegating to others. But now it's just me, and I don't really have that many people to delegate to. And I find myself going down time warp spirals that just like, where did the time go? And already it's Thursday and I have not accomplished everything that I want to do this week. And so now I have to work extra to make sure it gets done. Do you have that similar thing happening for you? Maybe put a chat in the yes too in the comments. And then energy, when we're, avoiding, maybe following up on those leads that will bring money in because we don't want to take the action, we don't want to bother people. It shows up in our energy that we're really not wanting to bring in the success that we really desire, and it's incongruent. So we need to practice at it. We have to practice at moving through those fears of getting speaking gigs, doing live streams, setting up systems that generate business for us so that we can serve and do our gifts and be of good service in the world. So it's all a lot of stuff altogether. So we want to be very conscious of, where do we leak? Money, time, and energy. We need to pay attention to all three places, and I'm very certain there's more places to pay attention to, but we're just going to focus on money, time, and energy. So how can you stop some money leaks? So one thing I'm doing right now is I'm looking at all of the subscriptions I have, all of the things that I'm paying for monthly automatically that come out of my account or charge my credit card. And I am canceling some of them because some of them I don't even use anymore. I have domain names that I don't need. I have Dropbox that I don't need anymore. And other commitments and, memberships for $25, $30 a month that aren't serving me. I'm not working it as a business asset for myself. So I'm canceling them. And that's going to be a few $100s a month that I'm going to reclaim, that I can keep in my bank account and attract more money too. So a teacher that I went to an event last weekend taught all about these things and where we might be leaking money. Penelope Jane Smith. She's a great financial freedom expert, and she is very good at spotting leaks. And I'm really good at spotting leaks, and she just helped me remember that I am. And I'm going to do more and more at spotting where am I leaking money so that I can stop it and reverse the flow so that it attracts more money to me. So I want my money making money for me, and I want my business in a positive cash flow, just like you do. And we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention to the money part of our business and our personal lives so that we can be prosperous and we can make more money. Listen to that, make money. We're making it. We're the ones in charge of making it. So let's make sure there's no leaks. And I know that we all have the leaks. So the more we stop the leaks, the more we start showing the universe, our universe, the one that's working to support us, that we're respecting our money, we're responsible for our money, we want to be in charge of our money, and we want more of it. We want to make more money. So that's money. Then time. How can you stop your time leaks? You just start watching yourself. You start watching yourself where you get tired when you're doing something. You start watching yourself where you were like, maybe I'll go clean the kitchen or vacuum or clean my desk and move paper around on it or look at my phone instead of focusing at the thing that you want to get done. Because it might be hard. You might not know how to do it. You might have to learn something to make it happen. So just start noticing yourself where you do get distracted with your time and what is the trigger that, sets you off down that downward time spiral. Sometimes we have to now I have to go to the bank. So that has to happen because I want to stop that leak. So it's all connected, the time and the money. So where are you putting your time around generating client leads? And we all have all of this technology to manage our time. And lots of people still do not use their Outlook calendar or their Google calendar. They do not use their phone. And they rely on paper, which is fine if you have a paper agenda, but 95% of the world is moving towards this technology. And if you're still operating on paper, you're not syncing up with everyone else. So you have to be very, very on top of it. If you're just going to decide, I'm doing paper, I'm not involving myself in the tech time management systems. So if you're an entrepreneur and you've ever been an employee or an associate at a firm and worked in another organization, you know how they plan time. Take that skill and put it to work for you in your business. We have to harness skills we've had in the past to make them work for us now. And so luckily, I love using my calendar. And another teacher of mine, Del Lewis, he always says, if you schedule it, it will get done. So put on your calendar power blocks where you're going to work on marketing. You're going to work on generating leads. You're going to work on closing leads, your client sessions, your appointments for personal even. You want to use your calendar to the fullest extent that you can, go from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, even your Saturday and Sunday. Schedule it and just notice how it helps you to get your time back, to be on time, to manage your time, and to be showing up as you're timely. You're paying attention to your time. It's important to you. And the same with money. You're showing that money is important to you. It is the energy of money and time that shows the universe that we're deciding that this business that I've created is important and I want to put my money and time into it and I want to grow money and time. So the calendar is so that we can be more efficient. And also put a money date on your calendar. Put a time on your calendar, like 20 minutes, where you go and you look in your accounts and you pay attention to the transactions that are going through there, because there is a massive amount of identity theft and literal theft from your accounts happening right now. And it needs to be shored up. It needs to be, barriers put up. That's not going to happen. I'm protecting myself from that. So try it out. And then energy leaks. These are more subtle because some of us, we don't really always pay attention to like the energy in our bodies. We don't really put the connection together that, the physical body is an energetic body, and that there's multiple bodies. There's emotional bodies and physical bodies, intellectual bodies, mental, auric bodies. There's a lot of bodies connected to this physical body, and they're all wanting to work together in harmony. I've said before in other receptive radio shows and given you tips for them, so you can always go back to that. But energy leaks can happen by overeating, undereating, addictive substances, alcohol, smoking, marijuana, TV, scrolling, things that aren't serving us. So we want to be paying attention where we let our energy go, because remember, and many people have said this, where your attention goes, your energy flows. So as soon as you put your attention on somewhere, your energy goes there. Doesn't mean you're always leaking it, but if you're abusing it, it starts to leak because it kind of sucks the life out of you. Have you ever noticed when you're watching TV? Like there's like a pull. That's kind of a system to pull your energy away from you. And you want to not let that happen. I've gotten in the habit. I record a show. I fast forward through the commercials because I don't want to watch them, and it works for me. I don't have to pay attention to it. But I also notice where I get hooked. I get hooked into a Netflix series, and my time doesn't really need to go there. I'm giving myself the time though. So it's okay to like give yourself time blocks where you can veg out, turn off, and watch TV or streaming. But, just pay attention to, are you going there instead of what you really want to do, like going to the gym or a personal trainer, going for a walk, doing something outside, gardening? Because then you can tell if your energy is low, like you can tell if you're leaking life force. You just want to be paying attention. So the best way to stop leaks is noticing that they exist to begin with, and that we're all susceptible. Like every single person on the world is susceptible to a leak. And especially entrepreneurs, because we're running our own businesses, so we can get sucked into the details a lot. And we forget to lift our heads up and like just sit with the big picture. Like, why am I doing this? And like, if I was to look at the big picture of why am I doing receptive radio? Well, the big picture is this: I like teaching. And I'm having a great time doing this. And I want to create a community. And it's important for me. My purpose in the bigger scheme of thing is to help consciousness expand with humans and humanity and the planet. And we want to evolve ourselves, grow, develop ourselves, become smarter, more in touch with each other, have relationships. And entrepreneurs, we're living and breathing our businesses. We're living and breathing our businesses. So that means our personal life is wrapped up inside of our business life. So we want to make sure we have a personal life. And what are we doing this for? So that we can have positive cash flow. We can invest in things that we want to enjoy, travel, land, acreages, property, a home, a car, nice things, and be comfortable while we're still growing. So I really want to support people with that. And if you think you have some leaks and you'd like some quick identifying ways to notice them, because maybe you can't see them for yourself. And that's what happens. We need other people sometimes to point out where we're leaking so that we can shore it up and stop it. And that's where coaches and healers and teachers come in, mentors. And that's what I am. And if that's something that you want some support with, send me a direct message. Get in touch with me. Go to, send me a direct message. Make a comment in the post if you're interested, and I can reach out to you. It's really something I want to help with. We want to be full of life force, full of money, full of time, full of energy, and really powerfully controlling it for our highest good so that it works for us instead of being exhausted, frustrated, irritated, stuck, avoiding. We want to be the masters of our energy, and it's completely possible. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next week. Aho.